This week on Pop Fiction, Banzai, Jollibee.
Boom.
I'm already thinking. All right. This week on Pop Fiction, Banzai, Jollibee, Majors, Guardians, and Ralphie D is going to remember something cool.
Or recommend something.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you'll find all the news and reviews in pop culture that's right to type. Today's top story. The Writers Guild of America went on strike with 11,500 members. The two parties have been attempting to come to an agreement on a new 3-year film TV contract since talks with Hollywood studios.
TV?
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be film and TV contract.
Yeah.
Since talks with Hollywood studios got underway on March 20th. So I remember the last time, or probably not the last time, but there was a big writer strike that happened like right after the first season of Heroes, and I remember the second season came out, and I was like, this is trash, because they tried to slap it together real quick.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of shows that kind of fell to the guillotine of the writer strike.
Hey, pay those members their money. You know what I mean? I'm all about the union.
Pay that man.
Do the thing.
His money.
Do what's right.
And
pay him up.
There's just people from across the street just walking on set and taking pictures with the stuff on set. So please put up the barricades.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yes.
We don't want nobody getting hurt.
Pens of Jollibee in the Bay Area rejoice. A new location of the popular fast food restaurant in Fairfield. It is the 9th site in the Bay Area, the 31st in California, and the 65th period in the United States that the Filipino crispy chicken franchise has opened.
Okay, so first of all, I'm glad we only have like a dozen people who
Are
watch
any of them
show.
Filipino?
Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah, I didn't write it like that. But yeah, I'm going to say that our friend Will said he already darkened the doorstep, and he went in there, and the only thing that he said as a negative was that they were out of the spicy chicken, and he went there for the spicy chicken.
Right.
But he said all the other the stuff was
Everything
good.
else is good.
He said and it was packed in there too. He said they were all up in there.
They put the little hot dogs in the spaghetti.
Who is
I'm
they?
gonna wait until the fanfare dies down a bit.
I like the way when there was a new restaurant, I like to let them get all their ducks in a row.
Get all your kinks out.
I think I'm gonna stop by there after I leave here today.
I think they need to get robbed like 2 more times before I do that.
I need two. Okay,
That's gotta be racist.
Speaking of racist, Marvel Studios is apparently at least toying with the idea of perhaps recasting actor Jonathan Majors. At the end of March, Majors, who had made his big screen Marvel debut as Kang the Conqueror, got himself into trouble after being detained and accused of assault in New York. I have thoughts about this.
Okay, so speak on it.
Well, first things first.
First of all, I'd like to say his performance was great in that movie.
Yeah,
The movie wasn't
Majors
good.
was dope.
I think it
Majors
was
was
better
dope.
in Loki.
The
really?
TV show, definitely great.
Right there.
You got what's his name? Ezra Miller out there doing all kinds of shite.
Well, there's a big difference between Ezra Miller
he's
and Jonathan
white
Majors.
and Majors.
Whoa!
I
wasn't going there.
One's
going
tall
there.
and the other's short, okay?
I'm going there.
One's in Marvel, the other's in DC.
That's where I was going with
I'm
that.
going there.
There's a big difference between working for the House of Mouse and working for Warner Brothers. Okay?
And it still has something to do with skin tone.
I'm saying, word up.
This
Word to the
episode is
string. Anyway, Majors called the cops. They came and arrested him. Come on now.
Fiction.
How many times have you called the police and they came and got you? I'm the one that called. No, that wasn't you.
Nah, that wasn't me.
All right, if you say so. I was there. Actually, they did remember you from being their server at Chevy's, and she was mad.
She called the police, not me.
I remember she said, "I'm white."
This is going off the rails here.
And they were like, "We're on our way."
They were there so fast. We've called the cops on about many other real situations that happened in that place. They were never there as fast.
Speaking of fake situations, this week's review is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Peter Quill, who is still in shock at Gamora's death.
Gamora's dead?
I guess again. Must
But
gather.
somehow
his crew.
they found a way to bring her back.
Are we riffing? Are we riffing?
Somehow they found a way.
Always.
Somehow they.
Must
that's
gather
never
his
happened.
crew. Are we riffing?
We're still going.
From the top?
You keep stopping. Every
'Cause
time you stop,
you're
I see an
stopping me,
opening.
you're
I'm
stopping me.
gonna hit it.
You're stopping me.
I'm gonna hit that opening every time
See,
you
it's like,
stop.
yeah, I'm still talking. You're talking.
Don't take a breath.
So,
You know what that comma means? That comma means interject.
No, it doesn't. Must gather his crew in order to defend the on the brother on family. The Guardians.
Family. That's another time you interject.
Peanut butter?
I guess we're riffing.
Alright.
And
The Guardians, as we
and
know
not
them, may be put to an end if the
successful.
operation is not entirely successful.
Flip this table.
I enjoyed that movie.
I love the movie. Now, because I know this episode's probably going to come out like in 2 weeks, I'm going to go ahead and let's say a nice spoiler review.
Yeah, give it
First
up.
of all,
I didn't watch the movie.
I cried. Well, I shedded a tear.
I think by the time this episode comes out, Guardians will be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you'll cry.
That's at you, Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, I would have to say that again. I really enjoyed this. I talked about it with Ray and Itis before. I think this is probably the top MCU trilogy that they have, followed closely by the Spider-Man trilogy.
Yeah, 1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. No, 1 and 2. That's right, I said it. And the only reason why is because
You don't remember crying.
I know I don't. I
And
remember.
Spider-Man.
I remember.
What about
in
Endgame?
No, in Spider-Man.
What about the Avengers?
No Way
It's
Home?
not a trilogy.
It's not?
No, there was 4 Avengers movies.
That's a quadrilogy, but the third one was just split in two.
Yeah, the third
That's-
one was just split in two. It was
that's
a
a
6-hour movie.
It was 2 different movies, and I'm not going to go in the fight with the semantics.
Filmed it at the same time,
Of
but they just
4
cut it in
different
half
movies.
because they wanted people to cry for a year.
And then the only reason why Captain America doesn't rate as high is because people genuinely feel that either A, the first Captain America movie wasn't that strong,
America.
and the third movie was basically Avengers 2.5.
Yes.
Well, fuck those people.
All right. Well, I'll take that. But
Because Captain America was great. The first Avenger, awesome. Very good.
I thought it was one
I
of the
think
best.
the
It
Winter-
wasn't. It was.
I think the Winter Soldier was a money grab, but you know.
It was not a money grab. You shut your mouth on that one.
Why did the Winter Soldier get so much love, man? They could have given all of that love that the
Because it
Winter
was
Soldier got to the Black Widow.
Because it was a new genre for Marvel to do. They did a spy movie.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, no, not the movie. I'm talking about the Winter Soldier
And I
himself.
think
The movie was great.
Type of CGI was in Black Widow, but
I'm saying
it was the worst.
it was an afterthought of a movie.
And going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, there was nothing about the CGI that took. Like sometimes bad CGI will take you out of a movie a little bit. You're like, oh, that looks fake or cheesy or like that.
All that.
I'd have to say, not only did the CGI, not only was it beautifully shot with all the colors and everything, I think James Gunn is hands down the best director when it comes to a needle drop, because when he puts a soundtrack on a thing, I feel like all of those songs are specifically for those scenes.
Lot
I
of
wouldn't
thought,
be
definitely,
surprised if he actually was listening to that music when he was writing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, James, stick to your guns. This week, Ralphie D recommends The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Woo, that's a long title.
I'm telling you, I remember going to see this in 1984, 85.
Dang.
Hey, man. During a life or death conflict between evil red and good black aliens from Planet 10,
racial.
Buckaroo Banzai and his loyal comrades, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, are
Gotta be
discovered.
race.
Excellent movie. I mean, it's irreverent. It's
Peter Weller,
out
right?
there. Peter Weller plays the titular Buckaroo Banzai. You got a young Jeff Goldblum in this flick. I mean, this movie has it all.
Question.
Goldblum's
I
in
was,
it?
I was,
Dreadlocked aliens.
I was
I'll
thinking
watch
about this. If they did, and I'm gonna say if because they most likely will, because Hollywood doesn't have an original thought in their head.
Correct. A movie.
Reboot or remake or reimagine The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, who would be your top pick?
To play Buckaroo,
Yeah.
let's see. Who could play a
Keanu
guitar wielding leader of a rock
Do
band
you go
who is
young,
also
or
a
are you gonna
surgeon?
get somebody? Are you
Yeah,
gonna
you're
go
just
young?
gonna say that for anything.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves can play anything.
I'm gonna say Jake
Not true.
Gyllenhaal because he's got one of those faces.
That's
Actually,
pretty good.
that's would be.
I've
pretty
never
good.
seen the
not too
film.
bad.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
That's
never
actually
seen
not
the
too
film.
bad. He's
But
got
Keanu
just
can
enough
do
of a
anything.
That's right, because
drop.
when the film came out, your father was 10 and he wasn't even thinking about you.
However, if it's going to be a franchise, it's going to have multiple sequels, then it's got to be Sylvester Stallone, king of the sequels.
I'm Ralphie D,
Big
and that's
five.
news to me.
I'm Coolwater Kurt.
Yeah,
That's
bye.
my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Blah, blah, blah. We like the blah, blah, blah. What you think?
Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be heard.
And if you like this video, please check out other videos on our channel.
Hey, I'm Big Tom, and this is 252 Pop Fiction, where you hear it
Pop what?
first, second, and third. One, two, three.
First.
Big
I
Tom.
feel like the entire thing when you did a Filipino accent is.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving.
Adonis, pull yourself together.